Hello guys, welcome back again to your favorite story breakdown, when I'm gonna breaking down your favorite film, video game, and also series. Okay, so The Last of Us HBO Season 1, we are in episode 7, and today's episode we're going to be in episode 8 and also 9, because on the episode 8 it's not really much I can break down and also the subtext. So I'm gonna directly from 8 expand to episode 9, so maybe this video going to be take until 1 hour, because the last video is 1 hour, right, on this episode 7. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump to the episode 8. Okay, the episode 8. We start, of course, from the opening. Okay, in the opening, we are in the steakhouse. In the steakhouse. So, in the steakhouse, is this part is not exist on the game. So the steakhouse is we got, first of all, we got an info of David. Okay, our villain in this episode, David. David is actually he's like a leader in this group, because the people in that group are choose him, and he's not a priest. He just a preacher. He preaching the standard things in Bible, yes. And then right then there's a kid, I'm not gonna write this down. We can write this down because it's just a basic information that you need to know. There's a little girl who's crying, that she is the daughter of one of the men that go to Eastern Colorado. Yes. So okay. And this kid named Hannah. Okay, so who is she? She is the daughter of man who killed by Joe. Man who killed by Joe in previous episode, in episode on episode 6, when they find the University of Eastern Colorado, right? So when they when they saw the map that point to Salt Lake City, and then there's a voice, and then it's raiders. Yeah, let's say that it's raiders or bandit. But I prefer to call them a bandit. And then Joe kill him, right? And Joe stab in the stomach. And then the and then the kid said that you have to kill him, and David slapped him. It's just maybe it's unpolite for him, and then David said that you always have a father. It means that even though your father is dead, you can still consider me. You still can consider me as your father. Okay. There's a little info of a burial. We're going to bury your father in the buried your father in the spring. The ground is really hard to dig. Okay. Okay. Yes. An information of David of David. Oh, shit. David is going to hunting with James. James acted acted by Troy Baker, Joe in the game. All right. Uh, okay, and also there's a little dialogue of a little doubt, because they said in the for the previous 6 months ago, it's pretty hard for all of us, because when four people are sent to go out to Eastern Colorado, three is just three coming back. It means that one is dead because of Joel. And then yes, yes, okay, this is still in the part of opening. Okay, now we are in the house. In the house where Joel is sleeping. Okay, in the house. In the house. Oh shit! Sorry, my paintings fell down. Okay, in the house. This scene is showing a good emotional closeness. Okay, of course we are Ellie. Ellie that give water to Joel, and then Ellie are hunting. The Joel condition in this house, it's really good because Ellie have to do whatever it takes to survive. I'm sorry, survive. So by the meaning of this, you heard that right. Emotional closeness. I think you're going to be familiar with with these words, emotional closeness. Okay, and then after that, when in the hunting, Alice saw that there's a rabbit, but she failed to to chase the rabbit. So finally, she saw a deer, and then take a shot of that deer, and then David and James David and James found the deer shot by Ellie. Okay, this is the first encounter of when no this is when Ellie met with David and James. Okay, this is the time when Ellie met with David and James. An information of David is coming from a large group of women and children. We are very hungry, just like the dialogue from the game. Okay, and also they offer a trade. We can trade we can trade you things with a half of this deal. We have a food, boots, clothes. Do you have a medicine for infection? Yes, we got all of it. James, take a couple of bottle, and also with the syringe. And then after this, from this, they move to a broken house. Destroy. Yes, let's just destroy. Yes, destroy. In destroyed house, while 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 they are in the campfire, warm themselves, and we got a dialogue. So there's a few things that the point of the dialogue. First of all, David is trying to know David trying to know about Ellie, trying to know Ellie. First of all, David trying to know about Ellie, and also David trying to persuade her to join the group, to join the group. David persuade Ellie to join to the group, and also a little information of how David become a preacher. Become a preacher. info of David, how he became a preacher. Mm, his past. David's past as a teacher. I teach math to kids just like you, and also how he became a faithful man. How he became a faithful man. And also he became a faithful man. It's because of the event of QZ. The event of QZ in 2017. It's because of Fedra and Fireflies. It's because of QZ and Fedra and Fireflies. And then, oh yeah, okay. An info how he ended up in the group. How he ended up in the group. First of all, it's just a few of us, and then we got more, and finally, I am in this group, and then an info of David's group. We moved to one place to other place, but for now we are in this city, the safest. Hmm. David's group info, and also, oh yeah, okay. From all of this dialogue is Ellie now. It's a bit open, psychologically, and because you saw that she's smiling, and also she let her guard down. Okay, from she holding the sniper really high to her shoulder. Now she lowered it to her thighs. It means that she let her guard down. Okay, which is that's danger because David is a stranger. Okay, David also mentioned about the event in eastern Colorado. I sent a foreman nearby town to looking for food. It's only three came back. And then okay, the dialogue of everything's happened for a reason. That dialogue is still echoing in my head. Everything's happened for a reason. Personally, I don't understand the meaning of the dialogue. Yeah, I don't understand what this line is meaning, but if you do know the exact meaning of that line, please tell me in the comment down below. All right. After this, everything's happened for a reason. Okay. All of this scene, the meaning of this scene is a little bit a manipulation. A manipulation. A manipulation to Ellie. A manipulation to Ellie to try to persuade her to join to the group. Okay, and then after this, we back to the house. We back to the house where Joel is stay with Ellie right there. Ellie take the medicine, and then treat Joel. Treat Joel, inject the medicine to his stomach, and then sleep, and then sleep sleep until morning. Meanwhile, 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 in this house, now we jump back to the we jump back to the steakhouse. We jump back to the steakhouse. Okay. Uh, there's a planting information of from the camera movement that the camera is shoot the meat. It means that it's not a deer meat, but it's human meat. Yes, it's a human meat. So you can say that David's group is a cannibal because in the game David is cannibal. And in the game we got no idea is David really a leader of group of people, but the clever of episode 8 is really showing is David David is a group, it's a leader of group women and children. That's the clever of this episode 8. Okay. And then an information yet we found a girl who killed Alec. And then in the morning we're going to catch her, both of them. And then in the night, so I'm sorry, I'm wrong. So in the night scene, when in the steakhouse, you should kill her, you should kill both of them. And then Hannah is slapped by David. Maybe that's not polite. And she said that you always have a father, so it means that you can consider me David, you can consider David, it's your father. And then they having a dinner. Okay. And then we jump back to the house. We jump back to the house that Alice wake up, checking up on Joel, inject again. So it means that Ellie is do the same thing, treat Joel again, inject the medicine, okay. And then Ellie give Shimmer a snow, so yes, the snow is going to be melt. It means that it's going to be water, so the Shimmer will going to drink from that snow. And then there's a plenty information of that birds flying, so it means that there's something danger, and then Ellie follow the opposite direction where the birds flying, right? So the birds flying to the left, Ellie is coming to the right. And then she saw that a David's group full of rifle, and then going to catch her. And then in the house that Ellie Ellie told Joel Joel, wake up. There's a people who's going to go here. Okay. There's a people who's going to go here. Here you hold this knife. It's someone coming. You kill them. Okay. In this position, Joel is in the middle position. One side he a bit conscious, and one side he's a bit of conscious. Maybe it's like between you wake up and also still asleep. And okay, in this scene, in this house scene, and also in the morning, right? It's a good dramatic. It's a good dramatic because we are worried about Joel. Joel is still like, are you conscious yet? Are you listen to what Ellie said? And then someone will going come to you, and he's going to kill you, full of weapons, right? So this is a good dramatic, man. Even it's just small, but it works really good. It makes us worry about Joel, pity, and the scene that makes us anxiety about Joel. Okay. And then after that, okay. Actually, man, still in the part of this scene. Okay, Ellie is running, draw their attention. The the horse is dead, shot by Troy Baker, and then Ellie is going to be killed, but David saved her. David saved her. David saved her. So in this, so in this scene, in this morning scene, there is two groups of David's group. One side that who wants to Ellie is dead, but the second is just keep her alive. Okay, and Ellie is taken away, and also along with the horse. The horse is dead, but at least you still can eat that horse. It's a big ass horse. You can eat that. Maybe it's like going to be 1 or 2 weeks for a group of people. And then the rest is catch Joel. The rest is looking for Joel. Okay, and then in the house, still in the house, someone is coming. Someone is coming. Is going to looking for Joel to the basement, and then yes, another dramatic when someone is coming to the house and also go to the basement and he's dead. Okay, he's dead, and then we back to the we back to the steakhouse. We back to the steakhouse. Ellie is wake up, and it's a dialogue that if David save her because there's someone who wants to kill you. David save her, and then okay, a dialogue of persuade join persuade to join him, to join the group. A persuade to join the group, and also a little bit of information that maybe Joel probably is dead, and also another offer to join the group. And then now we are back. Now we are with Joel. One man is dead, and Joel catch one. Joel catch one of them, and we are in the game in the game scene. Okay, so this game scene is an interrogation of where is she, I don't know, and Joel stab him in the thighs. That where where's the exact location. You better point him same as your body, right? And then the man on the couch, the man on the sofa is killed, and also one man that tied in the nearby the piano, I guess. Okay, now we back to the steakhouse again. We're back to the steakhouse, and Ellie is struggling to get out. So there's a human's ear. Yes, Ellie knows that they are a cannibal. They are a cannibal. So it's a dialogue that from it's kind of long dialogue. So I catch the point here. Ellie is given food. No, I swear it's a deer meat. But Ellie didn't eat that food. And an information, yes, an information of cannibal, of course. Yes, it's only a few of us that know this. It means that we are kill, not we are eat a human. And also uh it's on it's on emergency. It's on emergency. It's on emergency that we need to eat. We have to survive. So in this condition, it's really hard to find an animal. It's really hard to get a plant that can eat. So yeah, eat a human is going to be the most possible way, rather than you are starving, right? It's suicide. You need to survive. Okay, it's because of emergency. Okay, from Alice's eyes, she think about Joel. she think maybe about what will happen Joel out there, and maybe is he going to live or dead by one of those guy. Okay. Okay, so another dialogue of approach by psychological. Okay. A dialogue approach by psychological. A dialogue approach by psychological. David explain about himself, a little bit of David's character, a little bit of his character, a little bit of David's character. Okay, this dialogue, cordyceps dialogue, cordyceps dialogue. So the cordyceps dialogue, it means is he used a metaphor of cordyceps to protect someone someone he care about. Is the cordyceps is bad? No. They will protect someone who some a nearby they care, even have to use violence though. So David explained himself by the metaphor of cordyceps. I'm going to defend someone I love, also even with violence. Okay, and then okay, what do you think? I'm a shepherd. Surrounded by the sheep. So it means that the shepherd dialogue, it means that I have to I have to do this because of people of counting on me. They depending on me. It means that I have to do this. I have to kill one of my member because of why these people are depending on me. So rather than I have to disappoint them, so what should I do? I get no choice. So David killed one of his members to be able to get the food. Okay. Uh, David said that I'm going to let your friend go as long as he's not bothering us anymore. And then a little bit of dialogue that touching Ellie that, and then David put his hand on the on the gate and here's the manipulation. Imagine that the life we can build together, right? Ellie using this opportunity to hold his hand, but actually she breaks the finger. And then yes, what I should to tell them. Ellie, tell them Ellie is the little girl who break your fucking finger. What do you say? Tiny pieces from at this moment, at this moment, in this moment, at this moment she knew she fucked up. Yes, she fucked up at this moment, man. And then we back to Joel. We back to Joel again. Joel is still struggling to looking for Ellie. Still looking for Ellie. Then she entered one place, found Ellie's backpack and also the body, human's body, hang upside down, headless. And then we back to Ellie. We back to Ellie. David and James. Ellie going to be chopped off, and then when it's about to be chopped off, Ellie said that I'm infected. Everything's happened for a reason, right? I believe there's a meaning, but I get no idea. I get no idea what is that meaning. And then we jump to Ellie versus David. Ellie versus David. All the road is blocked, and also Joel is in outside. Ellie stepped David, and then tried to reach the David mid Cleveland. Okay, and then David is killed, and then Ellie go to outside and then meet with Joel. Okay, the episode 8 is finished, man. Yes, it's not really much that I can that I can explain. So okay, I'm going to, okay, because I have explained that in this house that this is an emotional closeness scene, and also from this dramatic, yes, you heard that right, this dramatic also push more emotional closeness, emotional closeness. And also the ending the ending of the scene, the ending of the episode, it's also push more emotional closeness. Moreover, Joe said that I got you, baby girl. So it's totally that Joe considered Ellie is as her daughter. Okay, now we are in episode 9. So this is the last, my last video of breaking down The Last of Us HBO. Okay, now we are in episode 9, the final episode. Okay, so the opening is flashback. Flashback. Ashley Johnson as her mother. Ellie in the game having a role as Ellie's mother. That's good. Anna, Ellie's mom. Okay. In the opening, we know that Ellie's mom escaped. She's running until she finally stopped in one house. She fought a zombies, and then at the same time, after that, Ellie is born. Okay, and in the night, Madeline looking for her, while at that time Anna is singing. I believe that song is really really meaningful, and Anna said that please take her take her to Boston. Please take her to Boston. Please take her to Boston. Okay, and then after that you have to kill me because I'm infected. At that time you also saw that Anna is a bit twitching, right? A bit twitching that she's going to turn, but because the process is kind of slow, right? From morning, but she turning in the night, and then after that, Madeline give Ellie to one of her subordinate, and then she killed her. And then after this flashback, we are now in the present time. In the present time, still in actually this is still in the opening. We are in the present time. In the present time, in the present time, it's on the road. Okay, it's just my assumption that Ellie is Ellie is stay still in the truck. She quiet thinking, and then she opened her eyes. uh from my point of view, maybe she thinking that she remember the story of how her mom gave birth her. And maybe from my point of view, maybe she think that am I going to be end up like her? Maybe it means that am I going to die? And because it's they are on the way to the Salt Lake City. Okay, and then they found Befaroni, another emotional closeness, that by I'm going to teach you play guitar, and I reckon you're going to love that. And she said, yeah, I will love it. Okay. mm, in this moment, the emotional closeness is almost on the peak, almost in the peak. But now, in their emotional closeness right here is already close. It's already just like father and daughter, and also by the dialogue. And when Joe said that, here I found a Befaroni, and then Joe found maybe that's a word game. It's a word game. If you're going to beat me, you're going to beat me at that board game. Yeah, let's say it's just a board game. and then they having a dialogue that they need to through going through to the skyscraper to found the Saint Mary Hospital. Okay, and then after that from this we're still in the prison time, and now in the destroy, demolish at the demolished building at the demolished building. Okay, an info of how government bombing an info of how government bombing the government wants to take down this building, but they not make it. And then Joel asks Ellie to boost her up there, and then get the ladder. And then and then after that and then after that Ellie running towards to the giraffe, and then feeding the giraffe. Hey Joe, what are you doing? No, it's okay. And then feeding the giraffe. And after this, the same just like same dialogue in the game. Yes, Joel said that we don't have to do this. Just get back to the Tommies. And then Ellie said that after all I've been through, it can be for nothing. I know you mean well, but after this we back to the Tommies, and then we can do whatever you want to the burn ship to the moon. So yes, uh, yeah, you know, emotional closeness. At this, Joel Joel emotional closeness is already, yes, it's already high, but not in the peak yet. Not in the peak yet, but this outside dialogue is really good, man. It's really an emotional closeness for Joel to Ellie. It means that Joel is really love Ellie just like he loved her daughter. And then from this outside, we are in medic um, me- medic camp. Yes, medic camp, a temporary medic camp built by army. Yes, an info of a few days after the apocalypse. The army are built the camp, and it's not last long, of course. And then it's just a temporary. Joel said that I have been taken care of because of right here. With Sarah, no. Sarah is dead at the time. Joel mentioned that it's just they taking care of the wounds and nearby my temple in the ice. Okay. Now the grief. Now from the dialogue, we know the info of the grief of Joel. He said that when Sarah is dead, I lost the direction of my life. I'm scared. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Yes, I can feel that of how a father lose her daughter, dead by a government, by a human, not by an infected. Yes, I can feel that. Even though I have watching that game, the gameplay is twice. I still crying, man, watching that scene. The scene is really touching, heartbreaking, devastating for the opening. It's really a good hook for the further gameplay. And then I'm ready. It means the dialogue of I'm ready. It's like a planting information. It's like a subtext. It's like the subtext of, because maybe it's like I'm ready if I have to lose you again. So it's like Joel trying to deliver his feeling. Oh my God, why? I'm sorry about my English. Joel trying to deliver his feeling to Ellie by a words that hidden. So Joel said that I'm ready. Guess it's just my assume. Okay, it's just my assumption as a script writer. That's the subtext behind the words, the line of I'm ready. Okay. Oh yeah. After Joel talking about the grief of Sarah, it means that the meaning of the dialogue is mm, the meaning of the dialogue is Joel Joel loved Ellie, but through the through the his grief, Joel loved Ellie, but he does not say it directly. He wants to say I love you by the grief of by through his grief of when he lose Sarah. I think that's clever. And then after that, and Ellie said that uh, time is time is heal the scars, but Joel said that it's not because of time. It's not because of time, but because of you, because of Ellie. Man, I think that's really deep message and that's really romantic, man. You say that to someone who used to be stranger, used to be a cargo, used to be someone you hate, but now you have a feeling to her. You really love her just like you love your daughter. Man, that's romantic, man. I love that dialogue. Uh, and then when Joel is walking, the camera still shoot Ellie. So it means that from that cinematography, from that photograph, we know that actually Ellie knows exactly Joel's feeling. Ellie knows Joel's feeling. Ellie knows Joel's feeling. Yes. And then they continue to walk the joke book. Okay. Yes, what is that about joke book? What you want to say? Yes, you know exactly. You're right. Emotional closeness, trying to get even close. Emotional closeness. You are right. More emotional closeness by a joke book. And then after that, Fireflies is coming, throwing a flashbang. They took Ellie, and then Joel pass out. And now we finally in the hospital, and then Saint Mary Hospital finally in the Saint Mary Hospital. An information of Joel, you are hit hard, and then also an information that Marlene, she lose so many crew to across the country. How do you manage to across the country? Joel said that it's because of her. She fought really hard to be right here. And then this from this dialogue, we finally know that Ellie is prepared for surgery. Ellie is prepared. Ellie is prepared for surgery, and then an information how Ellie become an immune. How the process by the scientific how Ellie become an immune, and also and then he said finally we can develop a vaccine. Develop a vaccine. Develop a vaccine. And okay, in that scene, Marlene said that We have no choice. I have no choice. I have no choice. But Joel said that I have a choice. So, what is this I have choice line meaning? It means that Joel is making a decision that he going to stop the surgery, not say directly, but by a word that hidden the actual meaning. I'm going to stop the surgery, but he said that I have we have no choice, and Joel said I have a choice. That's the meaning of this I have a choice. I have a choice. I have a choice line. And then after that, Joel is Marlene ordered two of her subordinates to take Joel to the highway and then let him go with his backpack. And then Joel stared at the floor's information, and then he stared at the surgery room, and then he go to the stairs. Okay, I want to give you a little information about this adaptation. In the game, Joel are taken in. Let's say that it's like just a hallway, right? It's like a desk for the reservation, and then you're just going to walk there. So it's like a hallway actually, because this is in the game in the hallway. It means like, oh, it's like going to be it's going to be so. That's why in the episode 9 they change the location. Instead of in the hallway, how if we put Joel in the in the staircase? Why? Because of the staircase. I am so afraid if I have to joking with my friend in the stairs, because when you are asleep, you're fucked, man. You're fucked. Of course, you'll fuck. Either maybe you're going to be fucked in your body and maybe in your head. So it's going to be a danger. So, and it's also even put dramatic. How if Joel, when he about to strike one of the Marlene's guard, he slipped. Instead he wants to kill one of the man's leg. He slipped, then he fucked. He fuck in the stairs, then he died. Right? It could be happen. So that's the meaning of, in the game they create the scene in the hallway, but in the television they made it in the staircase. That's the meaning, man. Okay. Back again. And then back again. Back again. Okay, where is it? Where is it? And then Joel fight back. Joel fight back. Joel fight back. And then he kill the entire fireflies and then go to surgery room. Go to surgery room to save Ellie. To save Ellie. And then in the parking lot, we met again with Marlene. Okay, we met again with Marlene. The dialogue of Marlene said that you can keep her safe forever, Joe. You can keep her safe. And then from the point of the dialogue is, you have to responsible of your choice. So what is that supposed to be mean? You have to responsible of your choice, that because Ellie is going to be grown up and she's going to looking for answer. Okay, she will find the answer. What happened when I was passed out? What happened in my past? Yes, that's the point of the dialogue. Okay, and then Marlene trying to do a negotiate, but actually no, Marlene is dead, just like in the game. Marlene dead. And then in the road, Ellie said that what happened. I'm taking us home. The the people who are immune are actually a dozen. They stop looking for a cure, and then the hospital are attacked by the raiders. The fireflies is dead, killed by the raiders. And then what about Marlene? Joel said that Joel didn't say anything. I'm taking us home. And then in this road there's a dialogue said, I'm sorry. Actually, this line, I'm sorry, is not the dialogue of I'm sorry, it's not meant for Ellie. It's not meant for Ellie. But he said I'm sorry to himself. He said sorry to himself. And then while in the road, this is explained a little bit of the parking lot scene. And then in the mountain, the ending scene in the mountain. Okay, the mountain, the car is jammed. And then they hiking. An info of Joel and Sarah used to be hiking, even though Sarah doesn't like it. She prefer running. So it means that Sarah is love physique activity. Yes, this mountain scene an information of there's plenty information. There's a plenty information that Ellie is dead. By the camera shoot the face of Ellie, it's indirectly subtext show the doubt face of Ellie of what Joel said. Okay, and then Joel trying to compare between Sarah and Ellie. And then Joel, okay, this is the subtext that Joel consider Ellie as his daughter by the subtext of the dialogue. Okay, and then oh yeah, and also Joel from the dialogue comparing with Sarah, he wished that Sarah is still alive. Sarah is still alive. Joel wished that Sarah is still alive. And then okay, in the mountain. Okay, let's say the ending scene. On the ending scene, and Ellie tells her flashback. Riley is dead on her hand. And then first Riley, and then Tess, Sam, and Henry. And Joel, the point of Joel dialogue that just forget everything that have passed, that everything we've been through. And then the okay, oh wait. So I get the subtext of when Ellie said that first is Riley and then Sam and Henry. It's by the subtext that she asking after Riley, Sam, Henry, and then who's next? Who's going to be dead next? From the subtext, it's just my assumption. But if you have another opinion, just drop it in the comment below. And then the sweat scene. Swear to me everything that you said about Fireflies is true. I swear. And then we are on ending. And the breakdown is finished, man. Yes, this 9th episode is finished. So yeah, that's the breakdown. That's the breakdown of today's episode. Just like in the game, it's ending beautifully, but actually it shows a moral dilemma. Of Joel. He have to decide that between he have to save the world or he save Ellie. Okay, I'm going to explain why Joel decide to save Ellie. Okay, let's say, I'm not gonna write this down, but I'm gonna just talking. We we all remember that Sarah, the Joel's daughter, is killed by government, killed by human, okay, killed by human, killed by army, okay, and Ellie, he have to deliver Ellie to Fireflies. Fireflies is an army, so why Joel have to why Joel decide to save Ellie? Because the first of all, his wounds are healed because of Ellie. He considered Ellie as his daughter, okay? And then why Joel have to let someone he loved so much, he loved the most, to be killed by army, to be killed by army, to be killed by government. From that, he finally decide. Alright folks, I'm sorry my camera is shut down again. It's me, I'm using my camera phone. It's because on the ending. So finally Joel decide to save Elite because why he have to surrender someone he loved the most to someone who killed his daughter in the past. Because Fireflies in this game, it's like army, right? Even though it's not by a government, but now government is no, no, no. Ellie, Ellie is going to be killed by army. Meanwhile, the daughter of Joel is killed by army. That's why he chose, I'm going to save Ellie. Then save the world, because of indirectly that the world is killed his daughter, right? The world is decide to betrays Joel. Okay, even though at that time they are not sick, but the government decide to kill them. So Joel decide to save Ellie because the world is kill his daughter. Okay, so that's the reason why Joel kill. That's the reason of why Joel decide to save Ellie. So the breakdown is finished, man. We are in the final episode on episode 9, and then from after this episode is finished, I'm going to create a masterclass of adaptation. Yes, I'm going to tell you to teach you how is actually adaptation works from video game to film to video game, and maybe from game to the music and to more much medium. In that masterclass, I'm going to tell you and why there is so much difference from game and also to the TV show. So thank you guys for watching my all episodes of breakdown. My breakdown from the first minute until this last minute. I appreciate it so much. Please leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and share this video if you love this video, and maybe the Last of Us community will going to love it. So I'll see you guys in adaptation masterclass. Goodbye.